This is SportsCenter Live.
Oh, this is how we begin this SportsCenter. Jay Harris, Robert Flores, Pac-12 championship.
On words from the head coach as another Brown season comes to a disappointing end.
Is magic really magic? If a deal is too good to be true, well, don't be fooled. There is no magic. Credit Max Auto has a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
There's never been a better time to try Time Warner Cable. With HD content you love to watch virtually anytime, anywhere. Ultra-fast internet at the speed you need. And unlimited nationwide calling. All together for the first time for $89.99 a month. Plus, enjoy big Hollywood blockbusters from Epix. Now with free installation and TV equipment included. That's a savings of over $900. Try it, love it, or your money back guaranteed. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Has guaranteed approval turned into guaranteed disappointment?
I have been to a lot of car dealerships where they turned me down. But Credit Max Auto was awesome at assisting me with financing. Now I'm rolling right.
You work hard. You deserve Credit Max.
Cleveland's own Fox 8 News.
With a 1st and 10. Flacco. Smith. Touchdown. Beating screen. And the Ravens have gone up.
With the team's top 2 draft picks banned from even the sidelines, the Browns' season comes to a controversial and losing close. Good evening, I'm Bill Shield. The Browns' season ends on a 5-game losing streak, and they're the only team from the AFC North to miss the playoffs. But the team's issues go well beyond today's loss, as another first-round draft pick sat out of today's game because of disciplinary issues. Fox 8 sports anchor P.J. Ziegler joins us with more on a rough Browns week, especially for the rookies and younger players, P.J.
Yeah, Bill, we don't know what Johnny Manziel, Justin Gilbert, or Josh Gordon's status will be next year with the Browns. We do know that Browns owner Jimmy Haslam will bring back head coach Mike Pettin and general manager Ray Farmer. We bring up Justin Gilbert because he was inactive today after showing up late for a team meeting on Saturday night at the team hotel in Baltimore. Reports surfaced this morning that Johnny Manziel had a party Friday night and Josh Gordon was one of the participants at that party. Now, Gordon missed the team walkthrough on Saturday morning, and Manziel was late for treatment prior to the team's charter flight to Baltimore. Gordon was suspended for today's game. Manziel was reportedly fined. Following the game, head coach Mike Pettin addressed the Gordon, Gilbert, and Manziel saga.
To me, it's just I don't want to get into 20 minutes here discussing 3 players that weren't on the field. We just played a football game. Our guys just played their hearts out. It was our last one of the year. And to me, it's disrespectful to the guys that put the uniform on today and went out and played their hearts out for the Cleveland Browns. I've advised the team to do the same. We had guys that we should be celebrating. Jim Leonard playing his last game.
Now, the Browns lost today's game 20-10 to the Ravens, who clinched a playoff spot with the win. The Browns finished the year 7-9, losing their last 5 games, as you mentioned, and 6 of their last 7. We'll have complete highlights and post-game reaction coming up later in sports, including more on Mike Pettin and his reaction to Justin Gilbert, Johnny Manziel, and Josh Gordon, and what's been happening this week with those guys.
Disrespect or respect on the other side seemed to be a big theme today, not only from the coach, but from the owner.
Yeah, and Jimmy Haslam pretty much echoed the same sentiment that Mike Pettin said, and it's interesting to note because for the first time in a long time, he did come out and say Ray Farmer and Mike Pettin are staying, so there will be some continuity within the Browns organization for the first time in a long time, and that's good news. But he also said to those young guys, Manziel, Gilbert, Gordon, shape up or we're shipping you out.
Right. If you want to play for us, get with the program.
Absolutely.
Thanks, PJ. We'll see you for sports. The 2014, of course, season is in the books now because the playoffs start soon. And the record is not what some fans had hoped for, especially with all the Johnny Manziel buzz and how well the team was doing mid-season. Allison Brown live at First Energy Stadium tonight. And Allison, the good news here, they aren't giving up. You and I last night were talking 50 years ago last night the Browns won a championship. Boy, it was interesting to hear those guys talk about respect last night, something that was talked about in the Browns locker room today.
Absolutely. A lot of fans out there telling me, Bill, that there's always next year. There's a lot of positivity despite the losses this season. But really the fans were saying they want a lasting quarterback out there.
West. The good stutter step and the touchdown.
A great touchdown, but not enough for Cleveland to win, leaving the Browns and their fans with a record of 7-9 for the season.
Right now, my thoughts are there's always next year.
And to a knee, victory formation, and
a familiar motto.
I think we started it better than what we thought we were going to be. I think it fell apart, but we're Browns fans. That's what always happens to us.
Shaw moves up, needs the 46, and finds a wide-open Gabriel.
But it's a bummer for many who thought 2014 would be different.
Elevated yesterday from the practice squad.
When it comes to quarterbacks, we went through not one or two, but three.
There have been a lot of different faces at this quarterback position since '99.
On Sunday, Connor Shaw was the team's 22nd starter under center, though some fans say there should have only been one.
Hoyer.
Time for Hoyer. Still looking over the middle. This is
great hometown hero. We were really hopeful that he was going to be our guy, and then things start falling down.
Manziel on the move. Going to run it up the middle towards the end zone. Touchdown.
Manziel was in the wing. We were hoping that he was going to come in, maybe play lights out. He just didn't do enough to prep for it.
Johnny Manziel, although on IR, as we said, has reportedly been fined for showing up late.
In fact, some believe the Browns need to crack the whip when it comes to Johnny football.
I would think that the team definitely needs to control Johnny Manziel a little better as far as sticking out and being the wild child and going out and partying and stuff like that.
Including the suspension of their star receiver, Josh Gordon.
Fans also want a season without suspensions so players like Josh Gordon can focus on the game and winning.
We're going to get a championship here soon for Cleveland. Wouldn't it be great if next year in 2015 when it turns around the Browns, Cavs, and the Indians are all in the playoffs?
I think all around sports in Cleveland are getting better and better and better. So I finished this game. I end up watching this game disappointed but not disheartened.
Yes, and that's definitely a good attitude to have. It's always easy to criticize, especially when things are going wrong, Bill. And a lot of the fans out there, they were saying that they really do like Coach Mike Pettin, so that's a great thing that they're keeping him around for next season, it sounds like, and hopefully more wins for next season as well.
It looks so good in the middle of the season. Disappointed but not disheartened. That's sort of the story of Browns fans for the past half century, isn't it, Allison?
Oh, yeah. Remember when they were 7-4 earlier in the season? That's what a lot of people were saying.
About this time of year, we say go Cavs, or spring training's not that far away. All right, we'll see. We'll see in a little bit. Thank you, Allison. In other news tonight, several people have been hospitalized after a number of traffic accidents. This was the scene on I-90 eastbound. Look at the flames there near East 156th Street shortly before 5 o'clock this afternoon. As you can see, this minivan flipped onto its side and then burst into flames. We're told the driver was thrown from the vehicle during the crash and was taken to Metro Health Medical Center in critical condition. There's no word on what might have led to that accident. And shortly before that accident, this two-car crash happened on 490 eastbound between I-71 and I-77. As you can see, one vehicle crashed into the concrete dividers while the other was tossed onto its roof. We're told 4 people were taken to the hospital from this accident. Look at that vehicle. All of them, fortunately, in stable condition. And Parma police are investigating after a pedestrian was struck by a car shortly before 4 o'clock this afternoon. This accident happened in the 5300 block of West 130th Street. Police tell us the driver of the car did stop at the scene and the victim was taken to Metro for treatment. There's no word on his condition, and this accident tonight remains under investigation. New details tonight on a standoff that dragged into the early morning hours in Huron County. Investigators say it all started with an armed robbery in Shelby. Deputies chased the suspect who was driving a stolen car into the town of Olena, where the suspect ran from the vehicle and into an unoccupied residence. That's when the standoff began and negotiators were called in. After several hours, deputies learned the suspect had shot himself. He was flown to a Toledo hospital for treatment. His condition tonight is not known. The Huron County Sheriff's Office will not release any further details until a news conference is held tomorrow afternoon. And the Streetsboro Police Department still asking for your help to locate this man. 82-year-old Alfred Donaldson was last seen at a friend's home in Stoback on Friday. He was supposed to drive home to Streetsboro, but he never made it there. Donaldson has traveled to Tennessee in the past, but there are no indications he was going there this week. Police say he does not suffer from dementia, but does require medication that he has not received. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Streetsboro Police. Prayers are answered as a religious statue taken from a local museum is now back, Both the theft and the return of the statue were captured on tape. And as Fox 8's Maria Scali reports, it's hoped that surveillance video will help police find who's responsible.
The statue of St. Therese is now back at the Museum of Divine Statues in Lakewood after being gone for days. Curator Lou McClug works on restoring the statue, damaged when she was stolen the Sunday before Christmas.
We were all heartbroken. We couldn't believe that somebody would do something like that.
Surveillance video shows thieves taking St. Therese, one of 4 statues, in the meditation garden outside the museum.
The 4 people who stole it climbed the fence to the garden, and they broke the statue off the pedestal, the sandstone pedestal.
The thieves then carry the statue away down Madison Avenue.
The statue was made of fiberglass, so it was easy for them to take. They left behind a lot of damage.
The base of the statue will have to be completely